Nnamdi Kanu drags the Nigerian government and Omotosho to international criminal courts to address the travesty of justice meted on him on the supposed sentence without a recourse to any reference to a written law. And it's against international laws to convict a man without a specified written law or code in the Constitution. Is that not a victory for Nnamdi Kanu? What are you seeing ahead of him?
Well, in the first place, I said it after the judgment that Omotosho has proven to be an educated illiterate. Because you know that what you are representing as a judge is the Constitution, Federal Republic of Nigeria. But in the Constitution, Federal Republic of Nigeria, which you, Omotosho, represented or represents, there's no such law condemning anybody or Nnamdi Kanu from being a freedom fighter, from asking for equity, from asking for what he believes is his right and the right of his people. So for him to sentence him to life jail on itself is criminal. And it gives room for the International Criminal Court to call him for explanation. And so the step taken by Kanu's lawyers, taking the matter to ICC, is a step in the right direction. So that Omotosho can go and face legal luminaries like him at international level to explain to them how he could jail a man without a law. How he could jail a man who has committed no offense, who have broken no law. And this is the reason those 6 justices during Biafra time declared Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted.
Of the appeal court,
yeah,
for that matter.
Because they have looked at it and saw that this man has broken no existing law. Bible says that where there is no law, there is no offense. You see, so if you have a law put down, then it is then that someone can break it. If you're supposed to put a law down, but you didn't put that law down, you cannot say that somebody has broken it. No. So, Omotosho, as far as I'm concerned, and his boss, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have shot themselves in the leg. And so we wait to see what happens at the International Criminal Court.
Some people have argued, why did it take such a long time to have taken such direction or such steps at this particular time? Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have been incarcerated for so long.
In this country, there are people who have sworn that over their dead body will the name Biafra be mentioned. And so when you mention the name Biafra, you become their enemy. And for Nnamdi Kanu to come out and is pushing for Biafra hardly, he then is their enemy. And they have been wanting to bring him down. And at this point, they feel they have succeeded, but they don't know that the battle just began. You understand? So I am not blaming anybody on the part of Nnamdi Kanu or the part of Igbos, except for those useless Igbo animals who offered themselves to be used against their own people, against their own inheritance. They too have shot themselves in the leg and they will suffer for it. Okay, so Osita Dimma or the Barabo. Now is the right time. You understand? We waited for them to throw the first punch, and they have done that, and it is for us now to react. So the time that we've gone to the ICC is fine.
So these people were against the Biafran existence or reenaction of the sovereign state of Biafra, and not just Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
Why so much hatred for Biafra? If they are not part of the regions, why should they be angry about the people who said we can live on our own, we can develop at our own pace, and decide our own future, rather than being stuck in a wheel of motionless and despair, where the order of the day is kidnapping, killings, and insecurity ravaging the entire atmosphere.
The devil, the Bible tells us, has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And his children will do the same thing. And so these people are making, money. They've turned this evil to business. From kidnaps, shedding of blood, Boko Haram, and all of that. You understand? And they are children of the devil who have come to destroy. And they are destroying. And they have no feeling about it because their conscience is seared with hot iron. In a forest, the presence of the lion puts fear down the spine of other animals, and they will be in despair. Biafra is a lion. Biafra is a lion country, is a lion people. That's why during the war, when the meeting was held in London for the discussion of how to end the war and all of that, a man from Britain said that the world was having problems contending with one Japan and could not afford to have another Japan. So he was referring Biafra as another Japan. You understand that the world does not need. You see, so there is that fear factor when you mention the name Biafra. The weak things, the weak ones, those who want to live on others, they become afraid because they know that the name Biafra is synonymous with freedom. And so they don't want others to have freedom so that they can continue to enslave them. But their time has come and gone.
The time has come and gone. How do you react to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being moved to Sokoto, a volatile region where we already know is the den of the terrorists? Several local governments have been overrun by the terrorists. Of course, about 2 days ago, there was an attack on Tofa community in Sokoto State, where scores of residents were adopted and the rest of them. What is the state of security of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Could that be guaranteed, or could it be an intentional act to jeopardize his security as C0URT alleged?
Those who hate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, those who hate Biafra, those who are persecuting him, those who are persecuting us, feel that if they take him to Sokoto, a far place, from the reach of his people, that they would make his incarceration even more serious. Like he wouldn't be able to access medical treatments and legal advices and other things, And they might even have the intention that along the line, he might fall sick there and die, or that this Boko Haram, they could use Boko Haram or banditries and then attack the prison and kill him and say he's killed by Boko Haram and all of that. But I know that no one in this country dares take one hair away from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because it will spell doom for Nigeria. American soldiers are here already. Okay? American soldiers are here already. And then Trump is here also to do what he had promised to do. And I tell you the truth, Trump has never told the world and will never tell the world and will never tell anyone here the details of what he wants to do here. You understand? For me, their intention against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is brutal. But they don't bond them well to touch the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's my confidence. No matter where they take him, no, they can't touch him.
Well, we hope that he's safe and remains safe, and eventually justice will prevail at the end of the day. Do you foresee a possible return to civil war? With what is going on currently, it appears that the Islamic jihadists have declared war against the Nigerian indigenous communities. The government of Tinubu is in disarray in terms of security. Has lost control. He have declared state of emergency, recruitment of police, and the rest of them. The chief of army staff said that the 10,000 military personnel that were recruited last year, they don't know their whereabouts again. Doesn't that send down some sense of emergency in the national security?
When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Nigeria is a zoo, an animal kingdom, some people get angry with him. But look at the judgment of Omotosho. Is that human? Is that not animalistic? Look at the statement of that military man saying that 10,000 soldiers recruited last year, they don't know their whereabouts. Bullshit. Nigeria is in disarray, total disarray. You understand? And let me say it. The Civil War was only suspended in 1970. The Civil War did not end in 1970. Why? Everything that brought about the Civil War is still happening till now. And even worse. You understand? So the war is still going on. It's only taking different dimensions. And now that America is here, oh well.
They might end the civil war.
Let's just see what happens. But as for me, anything can happen. You know the Igbo man? The Igbo man does not throw the first punch. He will always tell you, and he's moving back. And he's moving back. And by the time he gets to the war, you might not live to tell the story. You understand? So we are ready for war anytime. You understand? But the intervention of America has saved the situation. Has saved the situation, and I tell you the truth.
How timely will America respond? In the social media, people are clamoring, America, please come. When exactly will America, of course, mount their foot on Nigerians' territory?
Already a call has been put through to an Igbo American soldier, and he said that the boys are here already. That they have taken their positions waiting for instruction. And I have seen a video online of American soldiers coming down in Abuja airport, marching out of their aeroplane, getting ready. Their leader was interviewed, and they said they are here to partner with the Nigerian military. Oh yeah, America is here already. America is here already. But for me, Trump is being democratic. And so he's taking the matter to certain places so that when he descends heavily on the criminals in Nigeria, the world will not say, why didn't you tell us? You understand? Yeah, he's been democratic, and he's taking it one step after the other. American soldiers are here already. And in a few days from now, few weeks from now, we will see what is going to happen.
Well, that is quite interesting. But some said the escalation of insecurity of just about few weeks now is a result of the invasion, a possible invasion by the United States. Is that justifiable?
You know,
I mean, America is coming for the terrorists,
some
which
of us
the
don't
Nigerian
reason well.
government failed to protect the life of their own citizens.
Some of us here don't reason well. And it's just part of the reason why Martin and the Kanu call here Animal Kingdom. You see a lot of people, they look like human beings, well dressed, and you think they are polished in their mindset, but they are barbarians. And when they talk, you see barbarism out of them. Then you can identify them as barbarians. So people say all manner of things, and when I look at them, I say, yeah, this one is one of them. It's one of those animals that look like humans here. You understand? America is not here to fight you and I. America is not here to fight Nigerians. America is there to protect Nigerians. America is there to fight the terrorists and their sponsors who have turned Nigeria to a blood field. America is there to stop the invasion, the Islamic invasion, the Islamic jihad that they have brought here. How can a group of people or countries, come together, fund terrorists to go into countries and destroy Christianity and then impose Islam on them? It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. So America is here to stop all these things. But you see these people who have sympathy for these killers simply because they are Muslims, like the killers themselves, they will always discourage the coming of America. I was talking with one of them the other day. He said, it's not only Christians that they kill Muslims also. And I said, fine. Those Muslims they are killing, are they not human beings? Are they supposed to be killing them? Is it good that they are killing Muslims? He said, no. I said, why then are you against America coming to save those Muslims that are being killed? If you say they don't kill Christians alone. You see the kind of sympathy they have for these people because of the religious feeling, the Islamic feeling.
Just as Sheikh Gumi said, America should not consider bombarding the terrorists, rather should negotiate with them. He can't imagine
a terrorist now.
He can't imagine such level of insults and embarrassment.
Gumi is a terrorist. His father was. His father, the father of this Gumi, has always been an Islamic fanatic and a sponsor of terrorism. He did it in 1993. And then he died later and his son continued from where he stopped. So, well, I thank God for who America is, and I thank God for who Trump is. You don't tell him bullshit.
Unfortunately, one of the Reverend ministers was adopted in Kaduna State, along with his children, with his wife and children. After paying ransom, the same terrorists killed him and asked them to come and pick up his decomposing body. The wife and the children, only God knows whatever may have happened to them. This is Gumi justifying the act of kidnapping, the act of terrorism, extortion from indigenous, innocent citizens of this country.
That also tells you that there is Christian genocide. Okay? And it tells you also that Gumi himself is a terrorist. Evidently he is.
Supporting and backing up the actions, the dastard actions.
He is a terrorist.
Of a terrorist group.
And he's a child of Satan. Because Satan comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And whenever you see someone doing this trade, he's a child of Satan. So Gumi is a child of Satan. How can a human being be killing human beings for whatsoever reason and is justifying that?
That they are just doing that just for money, to feed themselves, to fend themselves.
Is that not stupidity?
How justifiable, how moral?
How can you say that? How can a human being say that?
Is that
still
justifiable?
Allowed to be walking about? You see, so these people are pushing forward the vision of Usman Damfodi, which is Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. Evidently, they want to make Nigeria a Fulani and Islamic hub in Africa, but it is not possible. It's not possible.
Why do you think so? It's not possible.
It is not possible.
But they are getting ground.
That's why God has.
They're already in quarter states,
That's why
which
God has
means
raised Trump for us.
about to collapse the Southwest.
That's why
They have
God
almost conquered Southwest. About 75% of Southwesterners are Muslims.
Because Southwest allowed them to conquer them. Southeast has refused. And so that is the way it is. We know that the Yoruba people are weak. I keep telling them, Yorubas are weak. They allow everything to come in. They are weak, and all they can do is cry and complain. They cannot fight. Rubbish. They allowed all this to come in. I keep telling people, East is a DGC. It's a GRA, God's reserved area. Why? God lives in the East. How do I know? The sun rises from the East. How do I know? Lucifer in heaven said he will go far north and build his throne and receive worship from angels. Which is, God lives in the East. The East wind divided the Red Sea. The East wind brought quail in the wilderness. The East wind brought manna in the wilderness. The tree of life in the Garden of Eden was planted in the East. So all these signs point to the fact that God lives in the East and God protects the East. The East belongs to Him. Islam can never and will never overrun the East. And we Easterners, we are Christians, you know, and we won't let that happen. So for the Yorubas who allow it to happen, let them enjoy themselves.
Wow.